Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. So we are going to have our discussion about the nervous system, and welcome to finals. Since this is the finals already, so please make sure that you pass all the quizzes, you pass all the assignments, and make sure that you study well because it will be uh, a lot complicated compared to the other terms, no? Because we are now talking about the brain and the heart. Sabi nga nila, no, ano daw yung mas importante or anong mas matimbang, no? Yung puso or yung utak. Okay, so that would be your assignment for this afternoon. No, you are going to record a video that uh, you're going to pass it before tomorrow 11:59 p.m. Now, you are going to record the video ano ang mas matimbang, ang puso or ang utak. Okay? So, you are going to have that assignment. So, minimum of 2 minutes and maximum of 5 minutes. I want you to be creative on your video because that would be recorded as part of your project. Okay? So again, what are the functions of the nervous system? Again, it's sensory input. If you are going to remember, now during your midterms, I asked you to make a video about the pancit canton, and if you are going uh, to imagine if you have been, for example, natapunan ka ng mainit na tubig, no? And what would be your reaction? So if you felt that there is something hot, you are going to remove that part of your body from the heat. No, you are going to remove your body from the hot environment. Hindi mo naman itutuloy, alam mo nang mainit, 'di ba? Kaya nga sabi nila kapag mainit, kapag if you are going to touch a hot area, you are going to have a reflex na tatanggalin talaga siya. Okay? Yung mainit na pagkain na nilagay mo sa bunganga mo, 'di ba? What you are going to do is iluluwa mo talaga. Okay? So that would be sensory input. So in sensory input, your brain analyzes that there is a hot environment or you touch a hot environment. That's the time that your brain is going to process ay mainit. Okay? And since mainit yung pagka-analyze mo sa situation, no, your body will try to remove it and that would be the motor output. Okay? So once you after you process it, after you interpret the sensory input, dapat meron ka talagang output. That's why if I'm going to tell you that you really need to study for finals, hindi ibig sabihin na nagjo-joke ako. No, you need to process it in your brain that you are going to study well. Kasi, no, finals na, and what would be your output? What would be your motor output? You study, you open your book. Okay? So, kapag ano yung nakita mo, dapat there would be a reaction to that after you process it. That's the function of your nervous system. So you are going to divide the nervous system into two, no? You have the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Yung central nervous system, dalawa lang dapat tatandaan mo. Okay? Yung brain at yung spinal cord. Kapag hindi brain at spinal cord yung pinag-uusapan, that is already part of the peripheral nervous system. Remember that lahat ng nerve outside the brain and the spinal cord is part of the peripheral nervous system. Okay? So remember, we have three different divisions. You have the sensory, you have the motor. No, kapag sensory, ang tawag dyan is afferent. Papunta, no? Afferent. So the nerve fibers that carry information to the nervous system. Your five senses. Remember your five senses? Your vision, hearing, taste, touch, no? Very, very important. Okay? Kasi sila yung nagdadala ng sensation papunta sa utak mo at yung utak mo magpa-process and eventually you are going to have an output. Kapag yung output naman yung pinag-uusapan, this is something after ma-process ng brain mo, this is something na gagawin ng katawan mo, reaction to the things that you sense. For example, no, pumunta ka ng ibang lugar and you are going to be amazed by the visuals kasi maganda yung location. You are going to say wow. Okay? So yung location, since you saw it in your own with your own eyes, that's afferent. Tapos pinrases ng ulo mo, ng utak mo, sasabihin mo, wow. That's the wow, it's the motor or the efferent division. Okay? So again, there is two subdivisions for the motor. You have the voluntary and the involuntary. Okay? So again, you have the central nervous system, you have the motor and the sensory. Ang sensory or afferent, yung sense lang naman natin. Yung sense. The rest are the motor or efferent. It can still be divided into two. We have the autonomic and the somatic, voluntary or the involuntary. Okay? So we are going to talk now about the nervous tissue. Ano ba yung nervous tissue, Doc? This is where, no, these are the supporting cells. Or ibig sabihin, ito yung mga supporting actress and actors. No? Hindi sila yung nerves. Yung nerves lang talaga. Ito sila, mga aliping sa gigilid lang to sila, nagsusupport lang sila. Okay? So ano ba yung mga supporting cells in our nervous tissue? You have the astrocytes, from the word astro meaning star. It's star shape. And the main function of this is it controls the chemical environment of the brain, and it is responsible for forming a barrier between the capillaries and the neurons. Ano pa? The microglia are the macrophages. These are the macrophages version or the monocyte version in the brain. So, kaya nga tinatawag siyang spider-like phagocytes because it looks like a spider, but it has a white blood cell function which is phagocytosis, or they do phagocytosis. Okay, kumakain sila ng bacteria, etc., etc. Okay, ano pa? Ependymal cells, on the other hand, sila yung naglalay ng cavities ng brain at spinal cord. So, they are also responsible in producing or making sure that the cerebrospinal fluid is circulating in your cerebro spinal na cavity, okay? Or the CNS in general. Yung oligodendrocytes naman, on the other hand, this is very important because it produces myelin sheath around nerve fibers in the central nervous system, and they are responsible for what? For making sure that the nerve fibers, no, yung kuryente na dumadaan, 'di ba, if you are going to imagine a linya ng kuryente, meron ka talagang makikitang parang insulator. At yung insulator na 'yon, pwede mo siya mahintulad sa myelin sheath. So anong purpose nun? It makes sure na hindi lalabas yung kuryente galing sa nerve fibers papunta sa ibang parte ng area na 'yan. Okay? It makes sure na yung kuryente, dire-diretso lang talaga, no? Wala nang ibang patutunguhan, wala nang ibang pupuntahan. Okay? So, anong difference ng neuroglia versus neurons? Yung neuroglia mo, it is able to divide because sabi ko nga, they are just supporting actors and actresses. Ang neurons mo, it is not capable of division. Ibig sabihin, kapag namamatay na yung isang neuron, patay na talaga yan. Okay? It does not go or it does not divide, it does not grow already. Once it's established na patay na talaga yan. Okay? So, most brain tumors are gliomas, and most brain tumors involve the neuroglia cells, not the neurons. So, kung sino lang yung mga supporting actors and actresses, sila pa yung napokos ng cancer, hindi yung nerve. So, yung brain cancer, hindi talaga yung nerve, yung part ng brain mo talaga yung nagka-cancer. It's the glioma. Okay? Bakit? Because they are capable of dividing, kaya ka nagkakaroon ng cancer. If a cell divides, sometimes palpak yung pagka-divide niya, magiging cancer siya. Kaya nga yung neurons, wala ka makikitang neuroma, yung cancer sa nerve cells. Kasi nga, it does not divide. Okay, parang na-make sure na yan ng katawan mo na hindi magkakaproblema yung neurons mo eventually. That's why, perfect talaga siya. It will not cause cancer. Pero yung neuroglia mo, since it's evolving, since it's dividing, it can cause cancer eventually. Okay? So what are the other cells that you need to remember? We have the support cells, which are the satellite cells that protects the neuron cell bodies. And the Schwann cells naman, it forms myelin sheath in the peripheral nervous system. Okay? Yung neurons mo, it has nerve cells, it has a cell body, and it has processes. Okay? So yung cell body, you have a nucleus and a large nucleolus, as you can see here. Okay? You have the nucleus and the nucleolus, no? And this is your yan, extensions. Okay? You have the, what's they call this? This is an axon, and these are the dendrites. Yung malapit sa nucleus would be a dendrite. Yung papunta sa malayo na part, that would be the axon. Okay? So axons end in axonal terminals, and axonal terminals contain vesicles with neurotransmitters, and yung neurotransmitters, maipapasa lang yan siya or matatransfer lang yan siya sa tinatawag nating gap. Ang gap na yon is what we call the synaptic cleft, at yung dadaanan ng kuryente na gap o yung process ng pagdaan ng kuryente sa gap is what you call a synapse. Okay? Yung lugar kung saan may gap is synaptic cleft, at yung tawag doon sa pag-transfer ng kuryente sa from one nerve to another is what you call a synapse. Okay? So as you can see here, we have a presynaptic membrane, and after that we have a postsynaptic membrane, at yung nasa loob ng synaptic vesicles naman, it contains the neurotransmitters. Okay? So the Schwann cells, no, it produces myelin sheath in jelly roll-like fashion. Dok, parang oligodendrocytes yan. Yes. Actually, it's just oligodendrocytes in a peripheral nervous system. Okay? They produce myelin sheaths in jelly roll-like fashion, and the gaps in myelin sheath along the axon. So, yung nodes of Ranvier, to make sure na yung kuryente mas mabilis pa talaga siya, meron siya mga stopping area. Okay? So, yung stopping area na yan, importante yan siya because it may, parang mas madali mong maipadala yung mensahe, no? For example, if ita-transfer mo agad yung kuryente galing Manila papuntang Mindanao, malayo yung ita-travel mo, no? Pero ang gagawin kasi, ipapasa-pasa lang yung kuryente with the substations. Yun yung mga substations na mas malapit sa atin. So mas mabilis yung pagbigay ng kuryente kasi nga mas may area kung saan mas malakas yung kuryente. Okay? So in multiple sclerosis, no, the myelin sheath is destroyed and the myelin sheath hardens to a tissue called the sclerosis. Okay, di ba may umiiyak na bata sa likod? So just have to never mind. Okay lang yan siya. Okay? Sige. Okay. So most are found, no, the neuron cell body naman is found in the central nervous system. So remember, you have a gray matter, no, where the cell bodies and unmyelinated fibers can be seen. Yung nuclei naman, no, these are clusters of cell bodies within the white matter of the central nervous system. Okay? So again, we have the sensory and motor, no, na-discuss na natin yan. So again, it's the sense organs that are very important. Interneurons naman, no, these are found in the neural pathway. So, they connect the sensory and the motor neurons. Sila lang yung integration, okay? Kaya siya tinatawag na interneurons because it's both connects the sensory and the motor neurons, okay? So, neuron classification, all you have to do is remember this. It might come out in your examination, okay? So, the multipolar neurons naman, you have the many extension. There are different structural classifications. You have the multipolar, you have the bipolar, no? Hindi yan yung attitude na na tawag nito, masaya kanina tapos medyo masyashock ka na lang, sumungit ulit, na hindi yan bipolar. It's the bipolar neuron. Ibig sabihin, it has two poles. You have the dendrite and the axon. Okay, in the next one, you have the unipolar. You have one cell body and it has different axons. Okay? So how neurons do function? No? Irritability, its ability to respond to stimuli. Conductivity, you have the ability to transmit an impulse. And plasma membrane, at rest, is polarized. So you have fewer positive ions inside cell than outside the cell. Okay? So you just have to make sure that you have watched some videos that I will be uploading. It talks about depolarization. All you have to remember is that a stimulus depolarizes the neuron's membrane. Kapag merong depolarization na nangyayari, ibig sabihin yung sodium, papasok siya, no? At yung potassium lumalabas. Yan yung time na may kuryenteng dumadaan sa nerve. Yun yung tawag na depolarization. Okay? At yung tawag sa kuryenteng dumadaan is the action potential. It's the nerve impulse. No? So, it is propagated over the entire axon. Ibig sabihin, no, nandyan talaga yan siya waiting to be activated in the nerves. Okay? So, again, nerve impulse propagation galing sa kabila, papunta sa unahan. So, just like a kuryente, no? Parang siyang kuryente na dumadaan. Okay? So, continuation, impulses are able to cross the synapse to another nerve using a neurotransmitter. And yung dendrite, yun yung nag-a-accept, no? Since it has a receptor, it is stimulated by the neurotransmitter, and eventually the action potential will be transferred to another cell. Okay? So, how neurons communicate? Using neurotransmitters na dumadaan saan? Sa synaptic cleft at saan nagre-react sa synapse. Okay? So, the reflex arc, kapag, for example, nakahawak ka ng mainit na bagay, eventually tatanggalin mo yung kamay mo, that is what you call the reflex arc. So, yung reflex, it's a rapid, predictable, and involuntary responses to stimuli. Okay? So, kapag parang may matalim kang nahawakan or na nakatapak ka ng parang may matalim, di ba, tinatanggal mo agad yung paa mo. So, that is what you call the reflex arc. Okay? So, you have the sensory receptor. You have, eventually, it will be passed to your body. Eventually, you are going to react to that sensation. And that is what you call a reflex arc. Okay? So, you have two types of reflex arcs or reflex. You have an autonomic and a somatic reflex. Kapag, again, it's involuntary, no, and somehow related to your heart and smooth muscle, it's autonomic. Kapag naman somatic reflex ang pinag-uusapan, that is what you call that is related to somehow a skeletal muscle reaction. Okay? So, let's talk about the brain. Medyo mabilis na lang tayo. Okay? So, the central nervous system, again, is composed of what you call the brain and the spinal cord. So, when you are still a baby, hindi yan agad may utak dyan sa loob ng katawan mo. Hindi yan part ng sperm cell na magiging utak yung sperm. No, hindi. No, eventually, isang tubo lang yan siya. No, it is what you call the neural tube. And eventually, it develops to become your brain and the spinal cord. Imagine, parang tubo lang yan siya na maliit. No, kasi di ba embryo ka pa naman. No, isang maliit lang yan siya na tubo na magiging utak at magiging spinal cord. Okay? So, those tube or yung tube na yun, there will be an opening and that will now become the ventricle. At ano yung nasa loob ng ventricle? It will now be filled with your CSF. Okay? So, what are the different regions of our brain? We have the cerebral hemisphere, we have the diencephalon, you have the cerebellum, and the brainstem. Okay? So, sa high school tayo, no? Ano yung part ng brain natin? We have the cerebellum, the brainstem, and the diencephalon. Okay? So, our cerebral hemispheres is paired because it has left and right parts. So, it is found in the superior parts of the brain kasi yung nasa baba, that is what you call the cerebellum. Okay? So, it includes more than half of the brain mass. Okay? So, the surface is made of ridges. That's the gyri. And yung grooves, that is your sulci. Okay? Yung pagkulubot, that is what you call the gyrus. At yung mga parang pababa, yung mga grooves, that is what you call the sulci or the sulcus in singular form. So, what are the different lobes of our brain? No? We have the fissures. ito yung mga deep grooves that divides the cerebrum into two lobes. So the different surface lobes of the cerebrum includes the frontal, yung nasa unahan, you have the parietal na nasa gilid, occipital na nasa likod, at temporal yung nasa medyo malapit sa tenga. Okay? So what you're going to do is you are going to memorize the different parts of your brain in your book. Okay? Huwag nyo nang isipin tong picture na nasa ano na to. Okay? So all you have to do, which is part also of your assignment, is that you are going to take down all of the different parts, or to take note, no? Take note of the different parts of the cerebrum, including, no? Yung, basta kung ano yung mga different parts ng brain, and you are going to tabulate it in handwritten format in a long bond paper. You are going to pass it on Friday. Dapat nakalagay doon yung part ng brain at yung function niya. Okay? So it might come out in the quiz as part of as matching type. That's why I want you to really make the most of that assignment. Okay? So I just have to no, I will be uploading, no, naman this video. So we are already done on the basic parts, but we are going to discuss further the different parts during the time that we are going to have a face-to-face this coming Friday. Okay? Pero yung lalabas sa exam would be the nervous system and the heart and the blood. So that would be 3 chapters for the exam next week. Okay? So dalawa na yung assignment. You have the deadline tomorrow, 11:59, yung video, no, explaining ano ang mas matimbang, puso or utak. Okay? Is it the heart? Is it the brain? No? Tapos yung second assignment would be na ipapasa next week, your laboratory worksheets that I will be uploading later, and your assignment about the nervous system. You are going to tabulate it in a long bond paper, handwritten. Hindi na ako tatanggap ng extra pa na reason, no, na hindi nakagawa or whatsoever. You are going to tabulate the different parts of the brain and you are going to label it. Okay? You also need to study the different the different functions of the hypothalamus, no, the different functions of the brainstem, the thalamus. No, you need to study about the blood vessel, no, about the cerebrum, okay, and the different parts of the brain. Okay, so you take note of the drawing, no, so very important na dapat alam niyo yung blood vessel. Okay, so that's it for the nervous system, and you make your assignment and you are going to pass.